welcome back to the Unboxers, and today we have for you a review of Iron Fist Season 2, episodes 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. So 3 episodes. Now we have resisted binge watching the whole thing, which we would have done, but then you have to wait, what, 18 months or 2 years or something to get the next one. So we're trying to pace ourselves. So if you've seen all of it and you want to make a comment, please don't leave any spoilers in there because that's just not cool. Alright, so we are going to talk about Iron Fist Season 2. We have our awesome diorama of Iron Fist right there. We got our little dudes right there too. So we're starting to gather some Iron Fist collectibles. So this is by Diamond Select Toys. So we're going to start off with episode 1. Yes. And look at his awesome mask thrown together.
Yes, I've been waiting to see the mask for so long. We just had to make our own.
Had to make our own. Yes. Okay. So we're starting off. It starts off with the scene, you know, with him in the alley and coming upon the trucks. And I think that was in a preview. He does the fist to the street.
Yeah, he's kind of taken up Matt Murdock's charge of protecting the city while Daredevil is out. Right. Presumed dead.
Right, and that's one of my favorite moves of his. Besides the Luke Cage move, where you know the hand, like he puts his hand up.
Cake, I think they call it.
Oh yeah, but where he pounds the ground and it just sends a thunder of sends everybody everywhere. That's my favorite move. One of my favorite moves of his. So it looks like he's not only that he's gone not to the I wouldn't say like to the aggressive, but it almost had a Daredevil kind of feel to it because he's like I mean, he's instead of just being up on the rooftop, but he's got the surveillance cameras. Yes. And also it kind of
definitely taking it seriously.
Yeah, and I mean it had also like a Luke Cage kind of vibe, kind of like well I'm Iron Fist, I got this responsibility, you know what I'm saying? It was a little bit of a.
Well, because like in Season 1, it was just like, I am the sworn enemy of the Hand. So as long as it wasn't the Hand, it really wasn't his responsibility. But now he feels like, whereas the Iron Fist was like the defender of Kunlun, now he is like the defender of New York. So he's like kind of going all out and trying to make it as good as possible.
Right. Trying to get rid of the crime and stuff that's left after everything, after the Hand has gone. Right. So so the first couple characters, well, we do see Colleen first.
Yes.
I love how they've developed her character, and I'm assuming, actually, I think that might be, we've only watched up to episode 4, but we're only going up to 3 for this one, so that might have been that funny scene. But anyway, there's quite a sense of humor thrown in, which I really, really like. I love Season 1. I didn't have any problems with it, but it's neat to see things progress, and for characters, for you to get to know them better. They turned the dojo into
like their house.
Dojo. Yeah. They've never mind, I won't use the words of Joy, but anyway, they've remodeled it and they've turned it into their house. It's really, really cute. Yeah. They're really cool. It's very New York, right? Oh, yeah, like studio apartment type New York kind of thing. It's got the barn door still, I think, maybe where her office is. Or where their bedroom is or whatever. So that was really cool. So the first couple other characters that we run into is Ward. And Joy, and let's see.
Well, because they kind of, I guess, if I recall correctly, Danny and Ward kind of get invited to Joy's place. They kind of think that they're, just kind of to say hi or whatever. She's back in town, but. Now she's got this like surprise for him that she wants to. He bought out.
Now it seems like Ward and Danny are on decent terms. It's kind of flip flop, like you said. Ward and Danny are on decent terms, and Joy is the one on the outskirts with evil intentions.
Yeah, you kind of get like a glimpse of that at the very end of Season 1, where she's looks like she's like plotting with Davos. Then basically. Davos is telling her that if you want to get everything back, you have to eliminate him.
Yeah. So she's gone in with him. But so far as let's do a little character thing on Ward. Ward is so tricky because I think the actor plays such a great job. Ward and Joy. I mean, I think they're great, but their characters are like so crazy. Like right now, you really can't stand Joy. You know, you just really can't. And you know, there was parts that were likable in season 1 about her, but now she's totally flip-flopped. And not only that, just her whole demeanor and her whole "I'm tired of random blah blah blah." Now Ward is like, he's almost like split personality psychopath too. Like everything that's happened. I mean, let's say he has had a rough time of it. You know, as well in the last year. So there was one inappropriate scene with Ward that I do not think. I mean, I'm just going to say it because it's, you know, that's how I believe you can allude to something without actually showing it. And so anyway, I didn't care for that because in season 1 I don't think there was any of that in Iron Fist. Yeah. So so that was the part that was disappointing to me, that it burst right out in the very first episode. But anyway, he's in NA for Narcotics Anonymous.
I guess that's what it stands for.
Well, we're guessing so, if you know different. And so they go in. Apparently, she's buying herself, or she's getting out of Rand.
Oh yeah, she's divesting herself from the company. So she's like having them buy her out of the company. And of course, they don't really. I mean, Danny's okay with it because he's like, you know, if she wants to do this, it's okay with me. And Ward kind of sees it as, okay, why are you doing this? You were the one that was trying to talk me out of leaving. And all of a sudden, you want to leave, you know, and he's very suspicious of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then we get our first look at Mary.
Mary Walker.
Yes, Mary Walker, or Typhoid Mary.
Yeah, they haven't referred to her like that yet, but
right. And it'll be interesting to see, because right now I really like her. Like, I mean, I know she's going to be evil, and obviously, you know, but so far as like how they introduced her, well, first of all, I thought it was weird that he was just so friendly with her on the street, but then it kind of sort of made sense because he doesn't really know the workings of how things work. You know, he hasn't been in New York that long. He and Colleen haven't been together that long that he should know, hey, I didn't go up asking random girls that, you know. Yeah. So that was a little disturbing. And then if you think about it, and then he tells her he doesn't have any, you know, that he has a girlfriend and all that stuff. But as she starts to fall apart, that was really, I don't know, it's really cool. It's very Kilgrave-ish. Yeah. I don't know, but I mean, even though they're not the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, she definitely makes a good villain, but it's like, because of the two different personalities that we see so far.
Right.
She's like a good guy and a bad guy. It just depends on what scene she's in.
Yeah. And also a confused person, you know, like. Right. Yeah. So she's finding the Post-it notes everywhere. The Mary is writing the Post-it notes to Walker, wouldn't you think? Because it's like, stay away from Danny, stop doing this, or maybe I'm trying to figure out.
I want to say it's the other way around.
But the one said stay away from. I don't know. Maybe Walker was trying to. So it's Walker writing the Post-it.
Walker knows she's you know,
okay. Walker's writing them
she's basically saying,
to Mary.
Away from him.
Right. So so that was really cool. Okay, so the second episode starts off with Davos trying to get a bowl.
Yes.
They're trying to at the auction, wanting to get the bowl and what's so important about the bowl. Some
kind of like a ceremonial bowl, and of course he makes it very clear that he got to have this. Whatever their plan is, it hinges on having this bowl. But then of course they have to play it off like that, you know, it's just this thing that
and she's like, no, she won't even let him touch it and stuff like that. He's become quite the violent thing in his quest to become what he thinks he deserves. There's a war brewing between the Tigers and the Hatchets. You're seeing this play out in broad daylight, and apparently people are paying to have protection from the Tigers. They're paying the Hatchets. Yeah, either way, they're paying one to have protection from the other.
Well, even in a lot of cases, I mean, normally when you have like groups like that, when you're paying protection, it's basically like, you give me money or I'm going to come in and tear up your shop.
Right.
but it's all kind of based on when the Defenders when they defeat the Hand, they were kind of like the big bads that kind of had all the other gangs scared. So now that they're gone, it's like all these other guys are fighting for the scraps and trying to take control and
the docks specifically and stuff like that. So so let's see. Mary is getting creepier. Let's see what else you hear right here.
Yeah, she is just really, especially.
The awkward dinner date.
Yes.
They went out. That was cool. Good date night and their jokes about date night, and then it turns into, of course, like a bunch of battling and fighting, which has been really awesome this season.
Yes.
Yes.
The fight choreography and the action.
It's been great. I mean, it was great last season, but it's just I don't know. It's there's a lot of action.
Yeah.
And because there's only 10 episodes, the episodes are a little bit longer, 50-some minutes you said, instead of 40-some. And so from beginning to end, I mean, you do have some slow parts, but, the story continues on at a fast pace. And so that's really cool.
And one thing that, I think the cause of that is that they've gone from 13 episodes in the first season now to 10, so they've had to kind of pull some of that, like some of that
story
breathing room, away, and just it's just like one thing right after the other.
Right. Oh yeah. And so there's no filler scenes, or I don't know what you would call them. Everything you kind of got to be watching and rewatching to catch all the clues. So it'll be even fun to go back and rewatch it when we once we make it through. Once we get through, we're pacing ourselves, because, like I said, it's like eating a candy bar. If you eat the whole thing, then you have no more candy bar. All right, so we have Mary.
You find out, because at first you just have no clue that Mary is just this random person, but then you find out that she's connected to Joy and Davos, and that she's
through
actually
the pictures.
Right.
I wasn't really sure. Okay, so was this the dinner date?
Well, that was the dinner date. The dinner date was Colleen and Danny.
Yes. Okay.
Then how did you
find out they were connected? Because the pictures didn't happen until later.
Right. Yeah. The other dinner date where it's like Davos and.
That's episode 4.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I was wondering how did you know in this one that they were connected? I was trying to figure out.
That's the only way that I know that they were connected.
Oh, okay.
Was because he sees the pictures and says something.
But I didn't know if that was episode 2, so I didn't want to spoil anything. But anyway, she is connected to Davos and Joy, and so I guess they have paid her to do surveillance on them. See, what's it? Oh.
She has 2 colored eyes.
Yes, she has 2 different color eyes, a green eye and a blue eye. So see if you caught that, 2 different personalities. You had the scene about the mirror.
Yes. The fogged up mirror, and she
and then
wipes
she wipes
half of it away.
One side. So that was really cool.
Little foreshadowing to the whole split personality thing.
Right. But the more and more I see of Mary Walker, or Typhoid Mary, the more I like her. So we'll see as it goes along. Obviously, she's not so much anti-Iron Fist as she is psychopath doing her job.
Yeah, I think she's just more like a mercenary. She's
not like
been
Davos
paid to do this.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
Davos has like a personal vendetta against Danny, but
and I don't really care for him at all. I wasn't a huge fan of him in season 1, and I'm not saying it's like the actor or anything. I just didn't connect with this character a whole lot.
I mean, you get, and I think he will get there. But like in season 1, you kind of not, even though he's like a good guy, he's Danny's like brother. But he's pulling him away from what we want to do. Pulling him away from New York and what we want to see happen with Danny. So you kind of like dislike him in that respect. And then in season 2, like he's obviously going to be a villain, but he's very reserved.
Right.
But not a lot of emotion.
He's also a super serious character.
Right.
He's on his mission, and so there's no there's no playfulness about his character, and that could be it as well. And not that he has to be playful. He's just, you know, so far as characters go, he is my least favorite, which is okay because he is the antagonist or the villain in this so far.
Yeah, but I think some of it, like you've seen, like even in the like where they kind of Joy kind of gets him to kind of compromise his principles to get the bowl. So I think we'll kind of start to see him. I mean, I don't know. I'm guessing because we haven't watched it, but I'm guessing we're gonna kind of see maybe a shift in his personality to, you know, to where he's not so, you know, straight-laced. You know, I don't do this, I don't do that, I don't.
Yeah, and maybe that will be so. I do like the fact that you have the Tigers versus the Hatchets, which is one thing they're battling. You have the Davos and Joy thing, and then you had Typhoid Mary, who, although is tied to them, is a battle in and of herself.
Right.
So that's really cool. It came out my birthday weekend. He's my favorite out of all the Defenders, so I was super excited, and we held ourselves off to only 4. Now this is episodes 1, 2, and 3. Hopefully we didn't spoil anything from 4 because I don't know exactly where it ended, but we'll try and do better next time. But anyways, let us know what you think of Iron Fist Season 2. We are really enjoying it. Hopefully I'll get my mask made next time. We'll have 2 Iron Fists sitting here. But anyway, so thanks so much for watching. We always love hearing what you think in the comments. Let us know what you think of the new vibe or the new season and the new way things are going, you know, as opposed to the other one. We like both. We really have no qualms. Besides, like I always put in, we don't really need the inappropriate scenes. You can kind of allude to it. But other than that, Iron Fist Season 2 is off to a great start. So the next video will be 4, 5, and 6, and hopefully coming soon. So thank you so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and as always, we want to know, what do you watch?